Hello and welcome back to Wrestling's Bright Side with another reminder that wrestling is supposed to be fun. Today we're going to take a look at another one of the most controversial figures in the WWE, the current, reigning, defending WWE Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm sure everyone watching this is aware of his current run, starting in 2012, but we'll go back a ways to his college and high school and just give you kind of a run-up of who we're dealing with here. Brock Lesnar started as an amateur wrestler in high school before eventually earning a scholarship to the University of Minnesota for his junior and senior years, where he would actually room with Shelton Benjamin. His junior year, Brock Lesnar actually finished as a national runner-up in the heavyweight division before becoming the national champion as a senior in the year 2000. Also in the year 2000 is when Brock first signed with the WWE and was sent to OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, until 2002. In 2002, Brock Lesnar made his debut on Monday Night Raw, which if you haven't seen that, absolutely look it up. His destruction of Spike Dudley and the hardcore division, it's tremendous stuff. And then he just shot straight to the top of the mountain from there. He debuted in, I believe it was March, and then come SummerSlam 2003? No, it was 2002. SummerSlam 2002. 6 months after his debut, he beat The Rock to become the youngest WWE heavyweight champion in the company's history. And that was just the beginning for Brock. He would feud with The Undertaker. He feuded with every big name. Kurt Angle. He had that memorable WrestleMania 19 match where the Shooting Star Press, where he messed his neck up. It was pretty bad to watch. With Kurt Angle, then he had the Iron Man match with Kurt Angle, and he just stayed on the top until 2004, his last WrestleMania, WrestleMania 20. Bit of a dud match against Goldberg. Seems, that's a pretty dream match, which obviously we're going to get to a little later, their feud. But he was just burnt out. He didn't want to live that WWE life anymore. He wanted to try something new. So once he left wrestling, he went to try his luck in the NFL and actually made training camp with the Minnesota Vikings, which is pretty incredible considering he didn't even play football since high school. He made camp and I believe made preseason, played some preseason games with the Vikings. I could be wrong there, but I do know he punched a teammate, so that's Brock Lesnar for you. After he flamed out with the Vikings, he went to join New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2005, where he won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in his debut match. He was later stripped of the title due to visa issues, but Antonio Inoki still referred to him as the real champ and set up an interbrand champion versus champion match against Kurt Angle, Brock's IWGP Championship versus Kurt's TNA Championship. Kurt Angle would win, becoming a dual champion, and that was Brock's last match until he returned to the WWE in 2012. Obviously, in between New Japan and his return to the WWE, Brock went to the UFC. Very highly publicized. Pretty much everybody should know about that. He lost his first match to Frank Mir. After, if memory serves correct, he was beating him up pretty good, but got caught in a heel hook. Some kind of submission. Anyway, a few fights after that, he was the heavyweight champion. Brock Lesnar went from the fake fighting WWE heavyweight champion in the UFC, incredible athlete, just a total freak. Unfortunately, that's where he got diverticulitis, nailed it, and that really slowed him down. Lost a couple fights, it seemed like he didn't want to get hit. He was scared to be in there. I don't know how much of that was the sickness versus just his mentality. It's hard to say, but it's not hard to say. He was dominant force. After that dried out, he came back to the WWE the night after WrestleMania 28 when he interrupted John Cena, setting up his first major feud back in the company. Now, Lesnar's been around since then, obviously not every week, but his presence really stands out when he's there. When he's promoted to be there, it seems like a big deal, and a lot of that can be shown with who he's feuded with. Obviously, he started against John Cena, then went to Triple H, CM Punk, who was red hot at the time, and to The Undertaker, where, as everyone knows, he broke The Undertaker's famous WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania 30. He destroyed John Cena to take the WWE title. Feuded with Reigns, mini feud with Seth Rollins, which really just set up for him to go against Undertaker again, Randy Orton, Goldberg, just star after star after star after star. It's really those feuds with those legends like Taker, Cena, that really Triple H, that really established Brock Lesnar, and it really, really helps elevate those guys like Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins to really make them feel special too, because they're sharing a ring with the guy who shared a ring with Triple H, Undertaker, and beat all of them. I mean, he lost, I believe, 4 matches. He lost to Cena his first match. He lost to Triple H at Mania, which, I mean, obviously. He lost 1 match to The Undertaker when Taker was in his full Dick Kick City mode. And yeah, I got squashed by Goldberg pretty hard. But what that sets up now, what a lot of people seem to forget or just don't think about, or I'm not sure, but think of those 4 guys that have beaten Brock Lesnar, right? You have John Cena, Triple H, The Undertaker, and Goldberg. Those are 4 legends, 4 Hall of Famers, 4 just top-of-the-line guys. So whoever's going to be that 5th guy, and yeah, he lost in the main event of WrestleMania 30, but he didn't take the pinfall, so I don't really count that. So whoever's next to beat him, and it seemed like it was going to be Roman Reigns, but who knows now? Maybe it's going to be Braun Strowman, maybe, I don't know, who else is on Raw? Seth Rollins? It could be Seth Rollins. The way they're building up Seth Rollins, I could definitely see that. Whoever it is, that's such a huge rub that you can't get from anyone else. Even beating Undertaker these days isn't as impressive as whoever's going to beat Brock Lesnar. So now Undertaker's lost to Lesnar and he lost to Reigns. When's the last time Lesnar lost? To Goldberg, Survivor Series. So whoever is able to pull off that win, that is a huge, huge career making, especially if it's someone like Seth Rollins. That is going to send Seth Rollins into the stratosphere, which he's never really been as a babyface. Kind of as part of the Shield, but you know, as a team, there's a certain ceiling that you can go to. And then he had that run as a heel, but with the Authority, where he was champion, he was never really the guy. But now, as a babyface with the run he's having with the IC title, this can put him on the top of the company, which it really seems like they're setting him up for. And it's really beating Lesnar that's going to do that. Not only beating Lesnar, but becoming the Universal Champion, which Lesnar's held since WrestleMania 33, which it's really, he made it into a big deal. They kind of pulled that title out from out of nowhere. Gave it to Finn Balor after he beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam 2016? But Finn Balor got hurt right away. Had to give it up after 1 day. Then it went to Kevin Owens in that fatal 4-way match where Triple H cost Seth Rollins the title and handed it to Owens, who, I mean, his stuff with Jericho was fun, but it didn't add anything to the title itself. It didn't add any credibility. It didn't make it seem like a big deal, because he was just running around goofing off with his buddy the whole time, cheating to beat Seth Rollins and cheating to beat Roman Reigns. I love Kevin Owens, but he was not a good Universal Champion. Then to top it all off, you have him get just hammered by Goldberg with a distraction by Jericho, but still, it was, you know, bell ring, spear, jackhammer, Universal Champion, Bill Goldberg. Great. So finally, Lesnar takes it from Goldberg at WrestleMania, which you just saw the picture of there. And he's been the most dominant champion in the WWE that I can remember. I mean, you had guys like Punk had that reign for 400 whatever days it was. And he was a face for half the time where he was beating everybody. But then he was heel for half the time where he was cheating to win and being sneaky. And he's not like Brock Lesnar. Brock just comes out, smash, smash, smash. Bork laser smash. And, you know, it's such a different feel with Brock Lesnar. With his legitimate badass background. Knowing he can go out there and just hammer you. He can hammer anybody in that locker room if he wants to. And that's the way they've built him up. So whoever's going to be the one to knock him down and be the next holder of that championship, they can be in the history books. It goes, who cares, who cares, who cares, Brock Lesnar for 500 days, 600 days, whatever it ends up being, and then the next guy. I'm guessing Seth Rollins. That's a huge rub. You know, he adds so much importance to the title, and that's part of with him not being around every week too. Like, I know people want him to wrestle every single week, but look at Okada in New Japan. He's been champion for 700 something days. He has what, 12 title defenses? So you don't need the title to be on the line every single month. It makes it more important to not do that. Make people earn it. Make it a big deal. Make it something people want to see, not something that's just given away every 30 days against challengers that you know they're not going to win. Well, he defended the title against Strowman. You knew Strowman wasn't going to win. Joe, you could kind of see Joe possibly winning, but that's just the mark in me. The Royal Rumble, you had him triple threat with Strowman and Kane. You knew Brock's going to win. So just have him come around every so often, but give him believable competition like Reigns was. Everyone thought Reigns was going to be him at WrestleMania and at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Obviously, neither of those happened, and we don't even know what's next for Brock now. It's probably going to be, I don't know, is it going to be the Money in the Bank winners going to find a way to cash in on him? Is the next feud going to be Balor, who never got his rematch for the title? Who knows? But the important thing is that on his next defense, you're going to be watching. Everyone's going to be watching to see what Brock Lesnar does, to see can anybody finally beat Brock Lesnar? Can anybody finally take the title from Brock Lesnar? And you don't get that with any other champion. AJ Styles has been champion for a long time now. I don't get that same feeling with his title matches. Like, obviously, I was excited for the Nakamura WrestleMania match. I'm excited for all their matches, but it's just not the same as Brock Lesnar. And that's what we have to appreciate. And he's not your typical champion. And a lot of people don't like that, and that's fine. But that's what makes him special. And that's what makes him unique. That's what makes him Brock Lesnar. And that's the bright side to the guy. You know, you can love him, you can hate him, but he's special.